Howdy folks, and welcome back to the RCD show. I'm tickled pink that you joined us today. It's a very exciting day here at KWVH 94.1 FM on your dial, Wimberley Valley Radio. This is our first of a great many shows and our new time slot at 8:30 Sunday night. Oh, I'm so excited. I've invited Nik Page to come down to join us and play some of his wonderful songs for you. Nik, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. I'm proud to be here.
Would you tell the folks a little bit about where are you from, Nik?
I'm from Hillsboro. I'm way up north, north Waco, and grew up there and been down in Liberty Hill for the last 15 years or so. We're settled into Central Texas, so.
And you are a singer-songwriter.
I am. I do the best I can.
I actually know that. I invited him, but this man I invited special for this occasion because I like his music so much. I couldn't think of a better way to kick off our time in our new home. Let's get right straight to some music, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit. What's the name of this first song you're going to do?
The name of the song is That Little Town in Texas, which is
that would be Hillsboro?
That would be Hillsboro.
That Little Town in Texas, written and performed by Nik Page.
Rolled down the interstate, drove through my home in that little town in Texas where I lived till I was grown. Same cops on the corner, same papers in the stand, same teachers in the high school where I learned to be a man. Went to see an old friend, he was kinda going deaf. He was sitting in the same chair he was sitting in when I left. 15 years on the road and I've really been around, but nothing much has happened there to change that little town. Bootleggers needed business, some old drunks needed wine, some front yards need attention, some young girls needed time, some houses needed painting, some needed tearing down, some old folks needed company on the front porch gathered round. Went to see the old place my daddy bought and sold, and I thought of all the stories that backyard probably told. 15 years on the road and I've really been around, and I wonder where my life would be now in that little town. I grew up a rebel, and I was tired of living there. Now I've got a family, I've even cut my hair. I used to listen to the whistle for that freight train in the night, and I'd wonder where that thing would be come the morning light. When I turned 18 years of age, the lights of Dallas called. Those Hill County back roads were a memory, that was all. 15 years on the road and I've really been around. I wonder where my life would be now in that little town. Same cops on the corner, same papers in the stand, same teachers in the high school where I learned to be a man. 15 years on the road, now I've settled down, and I'm thankful for the life I knew there in that little town. Rolled down the interstate, drove through my home in that little town in Texas where I lived till I was grown.
Nick, I knew it would be exciting getting you here. I just love your old cowboy way of presenting your old cowboy songs. That's the way, I don't know if that's the way you would call your, you and I have never really talked and we don't rehearse on my show, so, you know, would you call yourself an old cowboy kind of?
Well, no, I can't say I'm a cowboy. I'm a construction worker, but I've always admired songwriters. The first of which I can remember is Chris Christopherson, and even back as far as Merle Haggard, although I didn't connect with him being a singer-songwriter, but that's what Merle Haggard was.
That's right.
He was telling his story.
That's
he was
right.
telling other people's story as well.
Not many people know that anymore.
No, and I picked up on that as a child.
Uh-huh.
And then Chris Christopherson came along, and he got some airplay back in the early 70s, and it just morphed from there. From then on, I just started following songwriters.
Yeah, and Christopherson, some early influences. Who are influences now?
Well, certainly Billy Joe Shaver. He was a big influence to me personally. I got to spend some time with him, some mutual friends back in the 80s,
Yeah.
and you know, got to have some one-on-one time with
What?
my hero. And
Wow, how cool.
it just kind of fell into that, and that's a long story, but guys like Guy Clark and certainly Jerry Jeff Walker, because Jerry Jeff recorded so many songs that were Guy Clark and Townes Van Zandt.
Yeah.
He drew me into other songwriters. He didn't always write everything that he played, and he introduced me to so many songwriters that are still my heroes today.
You know, certainly everybody that you've mentioned is really high on my always growing up. Growing up in Arlington, see Jerry Jeff when I was 16, 17, 18, I guess, maybe somewhere in there. Yeah. Actually, not that this has anything to do with what you're saying, but they're at Panther Hall. And
I remember watching it on TV.
Well,
I didn't get to go there, but I watched it.
My daddy, we lived in Arlington, and my daddy used to slip me out, not tell my mom, and he'd take me to Panther Hall. It's a pretty rough joint for a 6, 7, 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
But my dad was a cowboy, and he wanted to raise me up right, and he took me. And I just have to say that one of the shows I saw was Willie Nelson, and he had short hair and was wearing a green rhinestone sequined pants and coat and everything. And another time I remember, I can't think of the name. We'll cut that part out.
All right.
We probably won't. Let's get to another song. I'm excited. What's the name of the second song you're gonna do?
The next song is I Caught Myself Thinking. Some people think that's a funny title, but it's a serious song, and it's about, and I've never personally experienced this, so I have to put myself in a place where people that have lost someone dear to them, that you try to move on and you need to move on, but years later you kind of catch yourself thinking about them once in a while, and you don't want to move on too far. You want to capture some of the precious moments, and
I remember them.
I hope hope I described that feeling in this song.
No, and I'm sorry, what's the name of it again?
I caught myself thinking.
I love your titles. I Caught Myself Thinking by Nik Page.
Caught myself thinking about you today. Never thought that remembering would hit me this way. It seems like a lifetime has drifted away. I caught myself thinking today. If I could remember to just turn around and notice where your shadows linger on the ground. The music in your footsteps would be a blessed sound. If I could just turn around. If I could close my eyes just one more precious time and see all the light before me created by your smile, then I'd have all the memories I'd need for a while. If I could just see you smile. Caught myself thinking about you today. Never thought that remembering would hit me this way. It seems like a lifetime has drifted away. I caught myself thinking today. Caught myself thinking about you today.
Nik, the last segment you played several songs. We talked a little bit about this, that, and the other, and we're gonna get right back into talking in a minute. But I want to hear another song before we get very far into this. Do you have another one lined up? And please tell me it's one that your sweet wife is going to sing on too, because I just really enjoyed that.
Well, thank you. Matter of fact, she is. This is one she'll help me out.
What's the name of this song?
It's called Take Time to Listen.
Take Time to Listen. When did you write it?
This is one of my early songs. We have a mutual, George and I have a mutual friend that passed away, a guy named Blaze Foley.
Oh.
And I was just getting to know Blaze. He would sit down at my table when we would go to mutual friends' shows, and didn't really know him that well, and I heard some of his music, and the next thing you know, he's gone.
Yeah, I know.
And it was just, I went to his funeral, and I saw how really devastated his true friends were.
Yeah.
And it just struck me. And I didn't write the song about Blaze, but I came home after his funeral and wrote this song, and hopefully someday you'll hear it.
Well, somebody's gonna hear it. We're gonna get heard, I promise you.
Well, thank
May not be by the President of the United States or anything, but
Well,
we're gonna get heard by the really good people,
I
people
hope
who
one
live
day
in
I get to
Wimberley,
see-
Texas.
I hope one day I get to see
And
Blaze.
streaming worldwide.
Yeah, that's great.
WimberleyValleyRadio.org. So exciting. Folks, you can go there and learn all about our station. And we're new and we're very proud. So please come in and check us out at WimberleyValleyRadio.org. Okay, the name of the song again?
Take time to listen. It's the title cut of my CD.
We're going to talk about that next. Take Time to Listen by Nik Page.
On the shoulder of life's winding highway, there's never a place to turn around. Only signs, warning of danger, saying this lane is ending, you better slow down. Take time to listen to blue bonnets growing, 'cause spring's such a short time of year. And whisper a silent prayer of thanksgiving for the peaceful existence of the hawks in the air. May the morning sun shine bright on your window, caressing its warmth around your home. May the smell from a wood burning stove full of hickory give you quiet reassurance that you're not alone. Pay more attention to the people around you, sitting right next to you there. Cherish the moments when your baby lays sleeping and her soft breath is warming the chill in the air. May the morning sun shine bright on your window, caressing its warmth around your home. May the smell from a wood burning stove full of hickory give you quiet reassurance that you're not alone.
Take Time to Listen. And it's a beautiful song. It's really a touching song, and to know that why you wrote it, and buddies, I've never heard that song. I don't think, if I have, it didn't register with that it was written for someone, you know.
Yeah, it was written with him in mind, and it was just a thought I had because I didn't really take time to get to know him when I had the chance. Yeah. And the next thing he's gone. And so it transcended into other parts of life where we take things for granted, and just a little thing like some big burly guy sitting next to you in a bar, spend time and talk to him. Yeah. You know. So
I noticed he signed your guitar there. You've got all kind of signatures on that, Martin. Yeah. You just a whole bunch. I'm not going to list them all because I don't want to take time. But you know, you've been around the pasture, so to speak, over the years, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I have. These are all my heroes right here. Maybe not all of them, but it's.
Well, it's a good start on mine too. You have a CD out that is, it's not real recent, but what's the name of it again?
It's called Take Time to Listen.
It is the key, yeah, that's what. And I have heard the song, actually, but I didn't hear it in relationship to, it means so much more knowing where it come from. You know, the little story that yeah. Anyway, so if people want to get to know you better, if people want to find your CD, how do they contact you? Where do they go? Your email is primarily how you communicate with the fans. They want to know about getting a CD, or they want to find out more about you. They can email you. Is that?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And it's all good. 4262 at yahoo.com.
That's right.
And they can write you there and tell you they want to know more about you, and you'll respond in kind.
Yes, it's not really set up for my fan page, but it's a communication vehicle that if they want a CD, I'd be glad to send them one, and that's the best way to get a hold of us.
Can you talk a minute about some of the places that not necessarily where you have coming up to play, but the kind of places that you've played around over the years, and you know, bars, and what kind of events, what kind of venues?
Well, since I don't really book gigs, I do love to sit in and swap songs with other songwriters, and that's just a thrill to me. Yeah. So I really sort of stalk them, and you know, whenever there's an opportunity, we sit out in the backyard and under the trees. And you know, occasionally I'll be asked to, you know, do a guest set or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it's rare, and you know, maybe it'll happen. I don't have a schedule. Let's put it that way.
You still do open mics around around where you live, or
well, not out in Liberty Hill.
How much you do open mics?
I don't anymore. I used to, but
I don't either.
I kind of miss it. But you know, the venues are a lot farther away than, you know. Right. I want to travel to do that sort of thing.
Right. Well, I tell you, we just right now you have to promise me that you're coming back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, folks, you have that as a. We're going to have him back. He's going to. We don't know when yet, but I want you as a regular on the show so bad it just makes my teeth hurt. I just really, I like you. I want the people around here to get to know you, the ones that don't. I know a lot of folks do. We have a lot of friends in common, and you know, you're certainly not as unknown as you act.
Well, thank you. If I had to throw anybody's name around, it'd be George Ensle, because he's been an old friend of mine since the early days of me picking this guitar up, and he's just a blessing to be a friend and a mentor, and you know, he loves Evelyn more than he loves me, so.
Well, he's a listener to our show because he's been on the show, and as I was telling you, we talked this morning,
Yeah.
and just happenstance that he would come up here.
Yeah.
I'm itching for another song. Let's talk about this last song you're gonna do.
Okay. The last song is my most recent song. It's called Back Roads.
Back Roads.
And I got the idea, two friends of mine that were married up in Hillsboro, and they're old elementary school friends. I've known them since childhood. And her husband passed away, a dear friend of mine, and we all knew on Facebook that she was hurting, and she doesn't say much, and she just real quiet, didn't put much out there. But one day, about a month after he passed, she just posted, "I took the back roads home today." And I thought, man, I got to write a song around that. And I wrote it for her that she hasn't heard yet. But the imagery around the back roads of Hill County is what this is.
She hasn't heard this one yet?
No.
Well, maybe she can tune in and hear it on our show. You
Oh.
Send her the link, tell her how to find it.
I'll definitely.
Yes. How many years ago did you write it?
Just about this time last year.
Really?
Yeah.
It is recent. You're still fleshing it out, I bet then.
Yes.
I know when I write something, several years before,
Yeah.
I feel like I've kind of set into it a little bit, you know, and it fits,
Right.
it fits me. Yeah.
Yeah, I've changed the key a couple of times, so you're right.
Yeah. Well, do you mind if I sit here while you play this one?
No.
Is it one you're going to harmonize on? Okay. Well, I'd like to just stay right here then.
All right.
Okay.
Thought I'd take the back roads home today. There ain't nothing like the feeling when you need to get away. Sometimes you need a change from seeing things the same old way. So I thought I'd take the back roads home today. The flowers look so blue against the sky. In the quiet of the meadow I can hear the robins fly. The colors fade so quickly that it almost makes me cry. But the flowers look so blue against the sky. There ain't nothing really special on my mind, except the time we saw the seagulls fly. The music on the water kept us dancing with the tide. Oh, but there ain't nothing special on my mind. I'm glad the sun goes down the way it does. The day is never long enough to cherish what you love. I'm sorry that it's ending, but I'm thankful that it was. I'm glad the sun goes down the way it does. Thought I'd take the back roads home today. Sometimes you need a change from seeing things the same old way. There ain't nothing like the feeling when you need to get away. So I'm glad I took the back roads home today.
beautiful guest you are. You just,
Thank you.
there's no energy on my part at all. You just tell us what we didn't know and then play beautiful music. You're like the perfect guest.
Thank you.
Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to the RCD show here on KWVH 94.1 FM on your dial. Streaming all over the place, WimberleyValleyRadio.org. Just look us up, give us a shout. You can find us on YouTube, the RCD show. You can find Nik Page at the email we gave earlier. And is there anything else that you wish to convey to our audience before we go out?
Well, thank you for listening, and thank you, Rick, for having me, and thank you for making this a forum for songwriters.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And thank you for making a promise that you're going to come back.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, folks. Join us next time.